Well, it's been a month since I bought those Cub duals, and by the way, the hardware did come in to mount them, so in an upcoming video I'll have the duals on the Cub mounted. And some of you were like, oh, those take J bolts. I disagree. I don't think they take J bolts at all. I think they take elongated threaded bolts, but I'm not going to get into. Here's the thing, what works for me you may not like, and what come out of the factory may not be the best, really the best option ultimately. Oh, the company couldn't have had it wrong. Yeah, they could have. Yeah, they could have. But anyways, we're heading down to WTC. It's a Farmall Friday, and you know what that means. If it's a Farmall Friday and I'm heading down to WTC to do an auction preview, they got red power. So let's call it Red Power Hour. Oh. Well, we'll start right off with the biggest of the red power, 886. It's a tractor, man. It's a tractor. Everyone always complains about getting in and out of the 86 series because of the shifters and stuff in the way. And like Dylan Boak said, you're allowed to get in on the other side. You don't always have to mount the horse on the left side, but we'll do a regulators mount up. Nothing to lose. Old 886. What's this gonna go? 90 horse? Oh, seat looks good. Oh yeah, yep, TA forward. The dash looks dusted, like somebody kind of cleaned it a little bit. I should put my glasses on, so that's what I'll do. We've got 5,766 hours, so if you're an hours kind of guy, then good to go. This one's curved, so I think this is going to be maybe a later year 86. And what's always tripped me out about these is how short the front ends are. I mean, I don't know, you know, maybe it's because the cab and everything sits more forward, but the front end appears shorter than even on my 756. But yeah, pretty clean machine. I never complained about getting in and out. I'm not the biggest guy in the world, but man, once you're in, they're not uncomfortable tractors at all. My only complaint ever with the 86 series was that they got this stamped steel for, you know, the TA and the throttle, you know, so they probably saved a couple $1 million with as many of these tractors as they made just doing it like that. But other than that, pretty good machine. And they were fairly bulletproof. They really were. They're good tractors. So yes, 5,700 hours. We'll get to see this thing sell, hopefully not in the rain. It is set up for duals. This is 18,434, so it's gonna have the same size tire as my 756. It's not a lot more horse, probably another 10 ponies. I mean, 80. It's probably a 90 horse. Depends on where they got the pump set, of course, as always. Come around the back. The arms are dropped. It's gonna be Cat 2. 3 remotes. Yep, your on-off lever right there. Looks like 540. Tons of skin on the rears. I mean, that one there looks like rice and cane. But yeah, tires aren't going to be a problem at all. So, with reserve, straight pipe, chrome stack, and here's your duals. Their clamp-ons, Titan. I think Goodyear makes Titan, or Titan makes Goodyear. I don't even know anymore, man. Companies switch hands so many times, but yeah, they're the clamp-ons. These would actually fit my 756, but I already got the dual hubs on that thing. Got a 504. I don't know the year. I see the serial plate right there. I can't read the number, but okay, 12848, and then there's some stuff after it, but that should give you the year. And this is just from a glance, if it runs as good as it looks. This is a 504 that won't leave you wanting for more. Real good skins, at least on this side. A little bit of weather checking here, but I'd run those steers for, I don't know, 10 years. And I believe it is selling with the hog and stocks. I don't know. Let's see. Farm equipment. Okay. So it's a farm equipment hog. It looks like might be a 5 footer, 5.5. I don't think it's a 6, but yeah, definitely good enough skins on both sides. Got the half weights there for extra weight. Good steer here. Gasser, old Senator Sassy Sasser. Seat looks good. Yeah, if you just want to, it's got the grass fire starter right there, like one of my Cubs. But there you go, 0504. Oh, 'tis the season, getting close to the season. Couple months we'll be drawing sticks back and flinging them. But got this for sale. Not mistaken, I think that means absolute. Absolutely gonna sell. And the only, you know, being an archery hunter, you know, you're right on top of the deer when you zip them. And one thing I always like to check are the hinge noises. And yeah, see, spray that with some WD-40, keep it sprayed up real good so it doesn't make any noise. Or I've seen guys replace these with just a piece of leather, you know, tough, thick leather type deal, and then there is no noise. But yeah, you could spray those, fix them. This is nice. I mean, good grief, you could have, if you're making hunting videos, I mean, there's enough in here to have a prom or a square dance. Yep, and then you just figure I'd shoot out of these because I'm an archery hunter, but you got your gun windows too. Yeah, there you go. One of you guys had a Farmall M or something, and when I did that video, when I put the Pioneer remote on the Super MTA, you commented and said, well, I've only got a spot for one hose. And it's like, well, there you go, block one off. It's going to be power up and gravity down for your implement, but that would work with your M, whoever you were. Now this is apparently a fairly unused skid steer, New Holland L565 with under 300 hours on it, and it's going to sell absolute, which is just amazing. So this is going to be a lot of fun to watch this thing sell too. And then separately this and I believe that bucket over there. But yeah, and there you go. Got a Mass Titus Ferguson 1230 turf special and an 1120 Case IH. There you go, you first on race day guys. And I was asking about those pie weights at the last poll video, actually in walking distance from here. But yeah, you only had 2 of them on there, and you know, you pollers, man, you got your own little routine, you know, laws of physics. But this is a Ford 900 with a loader, and it ain't a trip bucket either. Hey, you got your own little cab here. Oh, this would be a riot. And there's your hours. Not saying the tack works, not saying that it don't, but that's what you get. Check out the back jack. Yep, just good, honest 3-point hitch. Some used 16.938 Firestone, and from what I see at the polling events, these look like pulling treads right around there. That one there, it's got comes with a tube ski. This one, I don't know. I usually go with new tubes. That's just me. But yeah, this is going to be a 16.928. Then there's a 9.524. I think that would fit my Farmall A. Well, I always try to give you green guys something to nibble on, a 2010. This apparently was or is restored, and I can tell you, if I start from the outside in looking at the skin, they're brand new. Make no mistake. 2010 gas. Yeah, everything looks new on it. Seat looks new. I don't know, you 2010ers. Yep, I can smell that rubber. One remote, 540. Almost looks Cat 2. But yeah, there you go. Work light in the back. And here's some 18434s, and those don't look bad. Those look I was looking at them for duals, but to be honest with you, they might be better than my mains. They almost look too good for duals. But they got tubes in them too. Now those ones don't look bad. I might just keep those. Get a hold of Mikey Davis, have him come mount them up. Regulators mount them up. Looks like a Ford 5000 selling with reserve, yellow tagged. And then a Ford 2000 selling with reserve. No 3-point in the rear, just drawbar. And you got the bucket seat right there too. That'll keep you from falling asleep. And there you go, a little Farmall A in its work clothes. Sediment bowl looks pretty clean. New battery. And well, he definitely used this for cutting wood, because it looks like he, place where you'd put your chainsaw, or split a little bit, put it in there. I mean, you're not gonna put a lot in there, but you can definitely haul chainsaw, oil, stuff like that. Weight on that side, I didn't notice. Yeah, he's got rear wheel weights. And I've got several videos with my A that I bought down here. Just go to my Farmall A playlist. I'm pulling trees and everything else, and that one, mine's weighted in the rear too and loaded. So it's able to do common work. I don't know about pulling it though and winning, but around the farm it's fine. Hey, he's got a couple steers here mounted on rims, and these are 11L15s. And I can't remember for the life of me if my 756 is that exact tire. I'm going to check when I get home. These are new. These are new, and on my 756 I got one that's kind of bald and one that's about 75%. So got a Polaris. This is where I bought my Honda Rancher 2 years ago. And man, since I got those e-bikes, it sits in the barn. Pulls deer out, that's about it. This has got a winch on it. I'm a huge fan of the Polaris side-by-sides. I like Honda and Polaris side-by-sides. I don't know about their wheelers. Honestly, I don't know a lot of people that own them, but Goodyear fronts and rears, skins look good. Okay, here is a York rake, and I'm calling this, it's got to be 6 foot all day. If I laid down, yeah, I would say a minimum of 6 foot. I should have brought a tape measure, but this is in good shape, and they got it spun around backwards, so they must have been pushing and not pulling, or they just set it up that way so that it would sit for the sale. But yeah, it's in good shape. Selling with reserve. I probably will bid on this. Not for myself. I got my own York rake, but it does look like a lot of rake for your tractor, and you know who I'm talking about. But the nice thing about them, they're not super duper heavy, at least not like a back blade. All right, well, here's a Honda Rancher, 2001 Honda Rancher 350. It's identical to mine. Mine's orange. It's these skins on this side at least look good, and there's a note with it. Notes matter. 2001 Honda Rancher ES, yep, 350, new battery, new oil filter, rebuilt carb in spring, replaced CV, no title, tires like new, winch needs wire looked at. Okay, starts right up, ready for work. Okay. Okay. If you get a hold of the dealer, no title's not a problem. I bought mine here without a title, and I was able to title it. So where it gets a little dicey is if this is, say, a Pennsylvania. What you want is you want a four-wheeler that's never been titled, and that's going to be a lot easier and actually able to obtain a title for it, which I was. The wheeler that I bought here come out of Ohio, and he brought it here, and I guess in Ohio they don't really title them over there. You just have a four-wheeler and you drive it around. But and that's what you want. You want, like, when you see no title, you want no title ever, and then you're the first one to title it. It really wasn't hard to do at all. But yeah, now mine does. It never leaves the farm, but I'm just that guy, man. I'm just that guy. But yeah, looking at the skins. Also, there was a shifter plate recall on this very year, and they recalled them for 5 years. The plate, the recall ran out at year 5, obviously, so that would be 2006. But the plates were very cheap when I had mine updated. It was $35. So when you get a hold of the dealer, if I don't end up with this, you get a hold of the dealer, have them look the serial number up, and they'll tell you if the upgrade was done. All owners got letters in the mail to bring these in for free. The shifter plate and the labor was free. It was nothing to put it in. These are really easy to work on. They're a little bit funkier having the ES than the foot shift. The foot shift, they're bulletproof, man, because it's a direct link right to the transmission instead of having a shifter motor and all that stuff. But I don't know, I didn't find it too bad. I'm not the best mechanic in the world, but I was able to pull stuff off and go, oh, okay, I took that piece off, I need to take the new piece and put it where it was easy. So yeah, good, reliable little machine probably right there. And here is an older Honda Foreman ES. It's a 99, and these things, they just go and go. My Rancher has about, I don't even know, 3,000 miles on it or something. And yeah, these skins are good too. Yep, I don't know, this is that's your manual lift for your snowplow. Yeah, it's got the ES too. But yeah, pretty simplistic. I had Foreman at one time. Cub Cadet Volunteer. Was it 624? Yeah, it says 624. There you go. Then you got a Can-Am Outlander. I don't know anybody that owns a Can-Am, but I believe this is a 650. And got a spot for a rider on the back, and oh yeah, it's comfortable. You'd be comfortable if you were a rider. I mean, no kidding. A lot of times people have something like this, they buy it new and have it a few years and then decide that they want a side-by-side. Then they just sell this outright. They go to trade something like this in or something, and they don't get what they think's worth for, which is usual. You're not gonna trade something in for what you could sell it outright for. But yeah, it looks good, I can tell you that. Winch in the front. Well, here you go. You got a nice workbench. Looks like probably oak, although I can't verify that right off the bat. Got an anvil. Got what looks like maybe a 3.5 inch vise, maybe 4 tops, and then a bigger one here. But do you want me to call this an anvil or a vise? I remember that old Pennox auction over there. I was so tired. I mean, I had a long day, and I was lisping and slurring words, and I had to block a couple people over that, because I was like, yeah, I was like, oh yeah, anvil, and there was an anvil sitting right there, and so I called this, and I didn't catch it in editing. Otherwise, I would have fixed it. But then it got to the point where it was like, I'm not gonna go back and catch that in editing. I'm gonna see how many people I can block. Now, you go to Waltermere. Yeah, it's a Wacky Shack. When I look at this, I just think Wacky Shack. I'm going in it. I'm gonna go in the Wacky Shack. Hopefully Bobo the Clown isn't in here with a machete. Oh, what do we got? Oh, we got space. Oh yeah. Oh, there's loft space up here too. Yeah, both sides. It's just something different, I mean, yeah. Smells good in here. You got insulation, a little thin bit of insulation underneath there. I mean, I don't know. I guess if you were a rifle guy, you could hunt out of this. Put it out in the field somewhere and use it as a hunting shack. Yeah, the old Wacky Shack. Selling absolute too, looks like. So it's gonna sell. There is a slew of smalls. There's a bike back there. Looks brand new, like a 10-speed. But yeah, looks like pallet jacks too. But anyways, clear up through, clear around, and then you come down there, and then there's some clear on the outside. And this row here usually goes last. Lawn and garden and four-wheelers. It was 2 years ago, the July auction, that I bought that wheeler. It might even have been 3, I don't know. But yeah, I think that was a long auction. I think I waited till about 3 o'clock. Stood by a guy, and he's like, "You bidding on anything today?" And I said, "Oh, probably not." And I said, "You?" And he says, "Oh, probably not." And then it turns out he ended up being the guy that bid against me for the wheeler. This looks brand new for all you food plotters and gardeners. This is a 6-foot Mahindra tiller, and I don't think it's seen dirt. I really don't. Yeah, 6 foot. Selling with reserve. M-Till 180. You got an M-Till 180? Let me know in the comments. Got a Massey Ferguson Super 35 combine. Looks like, gosh, is that an 8-foot head? 7 foot? That is the question. But no, I think that's a rigid head on there. But either way, you got your shoes right here and your sickle sections and open station. And I can tell you, you pick with something like that, open station on a hot day, you'll come out cover. You'll look like you got tarred and feathered. Oh, got a WD-45 for you pumpkin heads. How do we know it's a 45? We go right to the shifter, and it's curved. WD would be straight. Not that you couldn't change that out, but yeah, here you go, old WD-45. This might be right up Gary the Kid's alley. Item 387, selling absolute. Absolute to Gary the Kid. Maybe your doppelganger will show up and bid against you. That would be highly entertaining. Good years in the rear. Yeah. Oh yeah, got to power up and gravity downer. And the 540 special. Okay, so I would be doing a major injustice if I didn't show you this stand. This is the one, and Chad's running, if you go to the Facebook page, the WTC Facebook page, he is running a contest, and it has to do with guessing how much this is going to sell for. I know roughly what these go for fabbed out of a factory. You know, could it go as high as $2,500? Yes. Does it go over $3,000? My guess is no. I'm saying 2. If somebody gets this for $1,500, they absolutely stole the thing. I mean, it looks like it's about 10 feet in the air at the base, but this is the ticket for archery or rifle, because you got your vertical windows, which you have to shoot a bow out of, and then you got your rifle windows. Let's see if we can climb it without killing ourselves. I was just at the VA yesterday, and don't exactly have a perfect clean bill of health, but I can tell you this much: ain't nothing that ain't fixable. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. It's got like the foam Soundgarden stuff in it, tinted windows, tinted enough that, well, and you're high enough and you're tinted enough that you're not going to get busted. Yeah, this is nice. Got shelves and stuff like that. I just put like something for my bow or whatever. I mean, yeah, there's 2 guys sitting here comfortably. Have one guy with the video camera and one guy with a taste for blood. Well, let me run my Amish drone since I'm up here. Oh wait, they don't make noise. But here you go, here's the look. Well, there you go, that's an auction preview. Due to time constraints, I limit myself to kind of what interests me and what I think is going to interest the viewers. I'm always down with some ATVs and some hunting shacks, especially this time of year, man. It's time to get ready. You wait till season to be ready, you won't be ready. But 886, the only thing that'll slow me down or stop me, thunder and lightning. I prefer to get wet only in the shower.